Good afternoon, everybody. This is Amanda Peterson, and I am sharing early childhood updates. The easiest way to stay connected with our early childhood team is to join the Early Learning Listserv, which you can do by emailing Becky Strom. Her email address is there on the screen. If you go to www.ksde.org and click on E, you can find the KSDE Early Childhood webpage. There we place our written program updates where you can go through and read what we've shared each month. We're also hosting webinars, which is an opportunity for early childhood professionals to come together to discuss and problem solve the issues that they're facing in this unique school year and be able to ask any questions that they have about the information that I'm sharing here today. So if you'd like to join, you can take a look at the October 7th Early Childhood Program updates to be able to register for that webinar on Friday at 11 a.m. I have two important reminders for you, both connected to the key due date of October 9th of this year. First, you should make sure that you are including all your early childhood children, all the children who are participating in your early childhood programming in the ENRL, the September 21st count. This is really important to make sure that you get the funding that your program should be getting from its enrollment. This is very important this year for our Kansas Preschool Pilot grantees. If you receive that Kansas Preschool Pilot grant, you need to be going in to make sure that the children who are participating in that grant are marked as yes in Kids Field D58. It's also very important to make sure that we have a good count of the number of 3- and 4-year-olds who meet the preschool aged at-risk criteria. So you should be connecting with your district's data entry staff if you haven't already. You can visit kidsweb.ksde.org for additional supports related to this data collection. And you can also visit the KSDE learning portal under early childhood. There are two trainings specific to both the ENRL and to assigning a kid's ID. The second important reminder is that all accredited school systems have until October 9th to submit their kindergarten readiness snapshot for this year. So as a reminder, all accredited schools are required to administer this snapshot. This is really important to help make sure that districts and schools are building strong relationships with families so that everybody, the family, the school, the teacher, the child can be prepared for a smooth transition to start kindergarten. We also want to highlight that we have a new statewide contract that allows all our Kansas community-based and school-based early childhood care and education providers to use the ASQ online system to screen all Kansas children birth through kindergarten entry year-round. So if you are in a school building that already uses ASQ online for the Kansas Kindergarten Readiness Snapshot, you can now use that same account to be screening all of the children birth through kindergarten entry at any point during the year when you need to use the ASQ. You can visit agesandstages.com/KS for resources, and if you are not in a school building that is already using the Kindergarten Readiness Snapshot and you're interested in learning more about how we're going to be expanding, you can stay tuned because we'll be sharing more information about that in the coming months. There are also, in the midst of everything that's going on, there are some important funding opportunities that are available right now. And I know that there's a lot of information and there's a lot to keep up on. I'd highly, highly encourage you to visit the Kansas Children's Cabinet and Trust Fund website. At the bottom of any page on that website, you can click to sign up for weekly email updates, which are a really great way to stay up to date on the important work happening across the early childhood system in Kansas. In particular, I'm noting that right now there are funding opportunities that are available, both connected to federal funds related to COVID-19 relief, and also a really important opportunity, quality subgrant applications. There's quite a bit of information there on the Children's Cabinet website. At the top, there's a nice big button that says something along the lines of click here to learn more about funding opportunities, and those grant applications are due on October 9th. In particular, there's a type of grant application that may be of interest to school districts. You can take a look at the kindergarten readiness subgrants, which are an opportunity for you to take a look at the Kansas Can Star Recognition rubric for kindergarten readiness and identify opportunities where grant funding might help you and your community improve your ranking using that system. So you can take a look at the subgrant application. There is technical assistance that is available to support you in making that application. If you have any questions, feel welcome to utilize that technical assistance, and those subgrant applications are due on October 19th. Whether or not you decide to sign up for the funding opportunity, there is an exciting opportunity coming up for you to work with your community partners to strengthen kindergarten readiness in your community and to smooth the transitions of students coming into kindergarten, whether they are transitioning from a district-based early childhood program or from one of your community-based partners, or if they haven't experienced any formal preschool at all. So the goals of this summit are to identify some examples of effective kindergarten readiness practices, including those that can help smooth transitions into kindergarten, to strengthen the relationships that exist in communities between school districts and other community-based early childhood programs, and to support you in strengthening your local practices. So again, you can visit the Kansas Children's Cabinet and Trust Fund website to learn more about this opportunity. There's some really fantastic webinars that are there where you can get a listen and a feel for some communities in Kansas who are doing this work already, and where you can register your team. One piece that I wanted to make sure that everybody was aware of is some work that we are doing on our team to help improve inclusion of students with disabilities in our preschool classrooms in Kansas. So there was some really great work that was done to present new data tools that are available for you to use. And if you visit www.ksdetazn.org, you can take a look at the Summer Leadership Conference materials to hear a presentation from Julie Rand, where she shared the data tools that are available and also facilitated some conversation about what this looks like in practice. We right now are working on connecting with districts and communities that are really strong in this area to help identify some best practices. Really, our goal is twofold. One, we want to increase the number of preschool students who have disabilities and who are learning in the least restrictive environment. And two, we want to increase the number of students of all abilities with access to preschool. And we are interested over the course of the next year in gathering feedback on how the state can achieve these two goals. So if you have feedback on these pieces, a useful thing for you to do is to tune into the work of the Kansas State Interagency Coordinating Council. As a reminder, this is a council that KSDE helps facilitate in partnership with the Kansas Department of Health and Environment as their role as the Part C lead agency in the state of Kansas. Their task is to look at the state of public policy for children birth through 5 in the state who either have or are at risk of developmental delays. They meet on the 3rd Friday of each month in the afternoons, and you can see that their website is here where you can see more information and to view their meeting agendas. And you can contact Jordan Christian, whose email is here on the screen, if you would like to receive the emails that share the Zoom links to register for those meetings. So we're looking forward to working with the State Interagency Coordinating Council and the Special Education Advisory Council and other stakeholders over the course of the year to collect feedback on how we can improve inclusion of preschoolers with disabilities in the state. Finally, just a couple of opportunities that are coming up that we wanted to make sure that you're aware of that might be good professional learning opportunities for a variety of early childhood professionals. First, this week, Thursday, on October 8th at 6 p.m. Central, there's a conversation that I am so excited to hear about. It's been put on by a couple of great organizations, the Hunt Institute, the American Association of Superintendents, the Council of Chief State School Officers, and the National Association for the Education of Young Children. And really the consideration is, okay, we know that COVID-19 creates real challenges when it comes to making sure that we can have developmentally appropriate practice, whether we are learning in person or remotely. And we've got, as you can see, a really distinguished lineup, including our own Kansas National Teacher of the Year, Tabitha Rossborough, who are going to be digging into this conversation. So it's at 6 p.m. Central Time. They intentionally scheduled it so that teachers and building administrators would be able to join. So I hope that if you are able, that you're able to share this with people who might find it of interest. There are also some very exciting opportunities that our Kansas Multi-Tiered Systems of Support and Alignment Early Childhood Training Team are putting on this year. You can see them here on screen, and you can register at www.ksdetazn.org/events. They'll all be on Fridays from 1 p.m. to 2:30 p.m., and they'll all be conducted via Zoom. They're great for teachers and other staff who are supporting your early childhood programs. Finally, for our friends in Southwest Kansas, Dr. Gayla Lofink is going to be presenting a professional learning opportunity for preschool through first grade teachers, coaches, paraeducators, and administrators connected to setting in motion STEM and literacy gears. So if you are interested in learning more about that opportunity, it is on Monday, October 26th. It's a full day opportunity, and you can visit the Southwest Plains Regional Service Center website to be able to get more details on that event. With that, here is all of our KSDE early childhood team contact information. So feel really welcome to connect with any of us as we can be helpful to you. I hope that you're all taking good care and that you will reach out as we can be helpful. Thanks so much.